guys, and welcome to another episode with me. I'm starting to get the hang of this now. The first time I sat down, I was really nervous. My heart was beating really fast, and for some reason, I was terrified. And now I find myself looking forward to these. So I'm really happy to have you here with me today. I hope you've had a great week. It's chilly in my part of the world. I'm in Canada, and it is cold, it's gloomy. The whole week, I don't think we've seen the sun once this week. The days are shorter. It's a time of year where seasonal depression kind of rears its head for me again. So I have to really find ways to take care of myself. And I know a lot of you guys struggle with seasonal depression too. So it really is important to take care of yourself and to be gentle with yourself at this time of year. That kind of leads me into this new podcast for today. I decided this week to share 10 things that I do on a daily basis that helps me with anxiety and helps me to manage depression as well. I think I get a lot of questions with people asking me, how do I cure my anxiety, or how do I get rid of my anxiety? How can I do it like right away? Like you kind of want it gone like the next day kind of thing. And it's tricky because I wish that I could tell you that there is like an immediate cure, but honestly, your mental health, like managing your mental health and feeling good and managing your depression and your anxiety, it takes time, and it all comes down to daily consistent things that you're doing. Like for example, I'm sure you know, like exercise, for example, is really good. But if you exercise once a month, you're not going to see any results from that. So you really have to be consistent with the things that you do every day. And this is the whole point of today's podcast, because there's certain things that I do every day that genuinely help me. And when I stop doing these things, I definitely do notice a difference in myself. My mood starts to drop, my anxiety starts to rise, and I just don't feel like myself. So I thought, let me share 10 things with you. I'm really excited for my members who are listening. I'm really excited for the inner study I have for you guys this week, where I'm going to include a printout of all these things, so you can put them up on your wall and tick them off day by day. The point is not to try and do all these things at once. Even if you can start out by doing 3 things a day, that'll make a difference. You just have to take it slow. You have to be gentle with yourself, and you just have to start to find those little daily things that truly can make a difference. So I have a list in front of me. I have 10 things here. I'm the type of person that can go on and on and on. So I really tried to cut it down to 10 things. And I genuinely feel like these are the main 10 things. So I'm going to try and not like talk forever. I'm just going to try and get to the point so you guys can start like using this information. So let's just dive right in. So number 1, I have drinking lemon water every morning. So this sounds kind of weird, but your nutrition and the things that you eat and drink play a role in your mental health, because every single thing you put in your body is either going to affect you in a positive way or in a negative way. And a big thing with anxiety and mental health is that you want your gut, like you want your digestion and your gut to be working optimally in order for your brain to produce those feel-good chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. So by drinking lemon water every day, you help to just kind of flush your liver, like flush toxins out of your body on a daily basis, and you also help to improve your digestion. And an improved digestion means a healthier and happier gut. So this is something that I do every single morning, unless I run out of lemons, but I really try to do this every single day. Basically, I'm not telling you not to drink your coffee if you love your coffee in the morning. I'm not telling you not to do that. But just before you have your coffee, this is something that you can incorporate into your daily routine. So as you wake up in the morning, make this the first thing that you do. You put the kettle on, you cut a lemon in half, and you're going to squeeze the juice of half a lemon with some boiling water. And then I always add in like a dash of just cold filtered water, just so that I can drink it right away. You can leave it hot and just wait for it to cool, but I just like to be able to drink it right away so I can, move on to the next drink of the day. But this is just a really great thing to do every single day, and I just feel like it's an easy thing that you can just incorporate. It doesn't take more than just a couple minutes, it's just something that genuinely can make a difference. It's not something that you can do one day a week and feel anything. It's something that you need to do every day. And then while you're having your lemon water, like, don't just kind of chug it down. Be mindful about it, sip on it, and just, because this is the problem. You see, most of us wake up, we dive onto our phones, and I'm guilty of this too. I have to really remind myself to not do this. But most of us wake up, before we've even put our foot out of our beds, we are on our phone, we're scrolling through Instagram, we're checking our emails, we're doing all those kind of things that actually cause a lot of stress. When we wake up, our brains are still, we're trying to just wake up. We want to do that in a gentle way. So having lemon water is a really great way to start your day. And then while you're having your lemon water, this takes me into tip number 2, is to focus on some deep breathing. So again, like, this is something that you need to do every single day. Like, I notice when I'm really anxious that I'm breathing in a really shallow way. And when we're taking those really shallow breaths in through our mouths, that's when we start to experience lots of like horrible symptoms. Like, we get dizzy and lightheaded and just all sorts of things. So make it a habit every morning as a way to start your day, to, while you're sipping on your lemon water, to do your 10 minutes of deep breathing. I actually heard a thing the other day, and I thought it was cool to share, that just 10 minutes of deep breathing has the same benefits as doing a 30-minute aerobic workout. So I'm not saying skip the workouts altogether, but that's just pretty cool to know. So so just 10 minutes of breathing, that's literally all you need. If you have time for 5 minutes, do 5 minutes, and then do 5 minutes again later during the day. Do it throughout your day. Do 2 minutes throughout your day. Whatever works for you, but just make sure that you're focusing on your breathing throughout your day. You can even set reminders on your phone to go off every hour or two to just remind you, okay, now I got to take a few deep breaths. Because when we're busy and we're on the go and we're kind of functioning on autopilot, these are things that we forget to do. Like, we literally forget we're breathing all day, that's just automatic, but we forget to breathe deeply. We forget to release tension in our body, So make it a habit to do your deep breathing while you sip on your lemon, just in and out in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you wake up feeling especially anxious, I love alternate nostril breathing. I find that one extremely helpful. I do explain how to do this on my Instagram page, on my highlight labeled panic attacks, and I find it really effective, so that may help you too. Or you may decide to enjoy your deep breathing by doing a guided meditation. So just make sure that while you have your lemon water, you take at least 5 to 10 minutes to just focus on your breathing, wake your body up slowly before you dive into your day. So number 3 is, don't skip your breakfast. So I know a lot of people do this, and I have no idea how you do this, because I guess we're all different, but if I don't eat breakfast, I feel terrible. Like, the minute my blood sugar starts to drop, that's when my anxiety symptoms are just really, really bad, and I start to get lightheaded and dizzy. So breakfast is not something that I recommend you skip, especially if you have anxiety. You want a very fiber or protein rich breakfast and some healthy fats to keep you full, to balance your blood sugar. I'm actually really excited. If you're a member, I've got some free breakfast ideas, some recipe ideas that I share with you guys. But just look for oatmeal is really good. If you're gonna have eggs, add some avocado in for the healthy fats. Again, if you're having oatmeal, make sure to add in some healthy fats by adding seeds and nuts and all that kind of thing. Add some fruits in there. I love bananas because they're really good for balancing blood sugar. So just make sure you don't skip your breakfast. Just eat something. I'm telling you, you're going to feel a lot better for it. It'll help you to focus as well, especially if you have a very busy job, So number 4, let me just quickly see. Don't skip your supplements. So a lot of people, I've had people say to me, well, if I'm eating really healthy, then I don't think I need supplements. And you have a point. if you are eating really healthy, you should be getting in your vitamins and your minerals and your antioxidants through your diet. But when it comes to anxiety, there are certain things that a lot of us lack and need more of. So I'm just going to quickly run through my favorite vitamins with you guys. So this is a mineral that I take every day. It's magnesium glycinate. I talk about this all the time. You get magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate. You want the glycinate one. It's the form of magnesium that's gentle on the stomach. Your body absorbs it way better than the citrate, which can send you running to the toilet, which I don't think you want. And there's really no point if you're going to take magnesium and it's just going to come out of you right away. So make sure you get the glycinate form. You can find it at your health store usually, or you can look online. I've shared all my favorite brands here as well with you guys, so you can go have a look if you wanted to order online. A high dose vitamin C. I take at least 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. If I feel like I'm getting sick, I'll take 2,000, but you must spread them out. So take in the morning and at night, because again, our bodies will just secrete what we don't need. So it's better to spread them out. Vitamin C is actually really, really good for depression. So it's been proven that people who are on high doses of vitamin C actually have a better mood, like they actually feel better. So I find, especially at this time of year, that one is really good, as well as vitamin D, because when we're seeing less sun and we're not getting that vitamin D we need, we have to get it in another way. So I take a vitamin D supplement as well. I take 1,000 international units of that a day. So the C and the D kind of go together, especially with the seasonal changes. And then I take a probiotic. It's not something that I was actually taking for a while. I kind of figured, well, if I'm eating healthy, then my gut's fine. But it does not hurt to take a probiotic every day. It's very important for your gut. You want a healthy gut. You want that good gut bacteria to help produce those feel-good chemicals. You want the serotonin, you want the dopamine, you want to feel good. When our gut doesn't function as it should and we've got issues in there, then our brains can't produce those feel-good chemicals, and that's when we really struggle with anxiety and depression. So I really highly recommend a probiotic supplement every day. The way to take it is just different everywhere. Sometimes they'll tell you to take it 30 minutes before eating. Sometimes they'll tell you to take it 30 minutes after eating. This new one I've gotten, they've told me, again, I've linked it so you guys can see. They told me to take it 30 minutes after eating. I don't really think it matters, to be honest, but so I'll have my breakfast, and then 30 minutes later I'll take a probiotic. And with this one, you just need one a day. And then a B complex. I am a huge fan of B vitamins. They help the body to manage and deal with stress. I love my B complex. When I stop taking it, I genuinely feel the negative effects of that. You want to make sure that the B12 in your B complex is the methylcobalamin form. I think that's how you say it. The other form of B12 is not well absorbed by the body. I can't think of the name now, but you want to make sure it's the methylcobalamin, I'm not sure, a form of B12, because that's the one that your body is going to properly absorb. And the B vitamins are really, really important for stress and anxiety. And then number 5 is so as you can see so far, these are kind of just really easy things. It's not taking time out of your day. Like, you're already going to eat breakfast properly. Taking your supplements takes 2 seconds to swallow down some vitamins. Then this 5th tip again is something that's easy to incorporate into your day, and that is to drink at least 2 liters of water a day. If you're wondering what this has to do with anxiety, well, what the water does is it helps to flush toxins out of your system. If your diet is not the greatest, then it's especially important that you drink at least 2 liters of water a day. When we're eating unhealthy foods, these toxins can actually enter our bloodstream, and they can then manifest as anxiety symptoms like brain fog and dizziness and even an upset stomach. So by drinking water, you really help to flush out toxins. Drinking water alone is not enough to counteract the negative effects of an unhealthy diet, but if your diet is not great right now and you're still slowly trying to work your way towards a healthier diet, then just drinking water at least is something good that you can do right now. And I know that a lot of people will say, well, it's cold, I don't want to drink cold water all day. Well, herbal teas count as well. So even if you're drinking 4 cups of tea and 4 cups of water, that's your water intake for the day. Teas, my favorite teas for anxiety are chamomile. I love lemon balm. Lemon balm doesn't taste the greatest to me, but it's really, really good for stress. Passion flower, tulsi, and spearmint. I love spearmint tea. I just find it like really refreshing. It's so good. So really try to get your teas in, get your water in, take a big bottle of water to work with you. Carry some tea bags in your bag, so that if there's nothing available, you can just, I literally carry chamomile tea bags in my bag, and if I go somewhere, even a coffee shop, and they don't have a tea that I want, I'll just ask them to make it for me, because teas actually can really help. So you're getting your water intake for the day, you're flushing out toxins, and you're feeling calmer. So it's a win-win, right? So then number 6, take at least 3 phone breaks to stretch and release tension. Now, I'm guilty of not doing this enough sometimes. We kind of do everything on our phones, on our computers nowadays, and we have like our necks craned and our shoulders up around our ears, and we start to hold onto a lot of tension in our body. So, have you ever just realized at the end of the day that your shoulders are so tired and your neck hurts, and then you get that typical tension headache in your head, and that is linked and related to the tension in your neck and your shoulders. So it's really important to take phone breaks throughout your day to just kind of stretch and release that tension. Even if you set reminders to remind you, until it becomes this automatic thing that you do, just at least 3 times a day, just put your phone down for 5 minutes and just do some neck circles, massage your shoulders a little, consciously relax your shoulders, give your jaw a little massage, give your temples a massage, just take a break. I think that's really, really important, because so many of us are holding on to tension, and then what happens is not only do we feel stress, but we start to experience pain in our body. And then when we start to experience pain, we start to panic about that, and that's where health anxiety and all of those things can come into play. So just make sure to take your phone breaks, stretch, release that tension, and just take care of yourself. Even at lunch, if you would normally, while you're eating your lunch, scroll through Instagram for those 30 minutes, put your phone down and stick a meditation in while you eat, or pay attention to your surroundings, and just release all your muscles, and just pay attention to what you're doing. So many of us, we just kind of in a hurry all the time. We don't even pay attention to eating our food. We just thinking about the next thing. So I think that that's a really important thing, even if you're just doing it once a day. Just as long as you check in with yourself once a day and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to relax my shoulders. Just make sure that you make yourself a priority. And then the next tip is, number 7, is get a few minutes of fresh air. Again, this time of year, we have the artificial heating. It's nice and cozy inside. We don't want to go outside. It's cold. I hate being outside when it's freezing. I'm from South Africa. I know I've been here for 11 years now, 10 years, 11 years, but it's still something that I have to get used to. When it's cold, I want to be inside, but honestly, getting just a few minutes of fresh air is just so good for you. Even just going for a walk, getting the fresh air while you go for a short walk. We don't have any excuse. I know I don't. I can put a jacket on, I can put my shoes on, I can go for a walk. But just try, and by telling you guys this, I'm holding myself accountable, because this is something that I don't do enough of in the winter. So make some time to get some fresh air. Even just I'm looking at my balcony right now, and I'm thinking maybe after this I should go stand on my balcony and take a few breaths of fresh air, because I'll be honest, I have not been outside today. So I don't want to be hypocritical. So when I'm done this podcast, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to get my fresh air, and I hope you guys do too. So, okay, then tip number 8 is do 15 to 30 minutes of exercise. Don't hate me for telling you to work out. Please don't hate me. Exercise is genuinely so important. I've just put a post up about this on my Instagram. It is so important to help to release tension from your body, to help to get those endorphins going, to help to boost your serotonin so that you feel good, so that you feel relaxed. When you're anxious, we just hold on to all this adrenaline, and that's when we experience panic attacks and all those nasty symptoms. So exercise just helps to just release that, just get it out. I actually put a post up on my Instagram recently about when you're having a panic attack, to confuse your brain, just start doing a few jumping jacks. It sounds so stupid, but when we have a panic attack, it's a panic attack. We panic, right? We oh my God, what do I do? We don't know what to do. We freaking out. But think of the last thing your brain's going to think you're going to do is start doing a few jumping jacks. Just get that adrenaline out. I'm not saying that it's going to cure or fix the panic attack that's happening, but it's definitely going to help somewhat. I find that when I'm anxious or when I'm in a panic state, I need to move. So if I'm sitting still, I start to get dizzy. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So if I can just move my body, it really helps. So with exercise, I honestly, just 15 minutes a day makes a difference. I've had some people say to me, well, my heart rate's really high. I'm anxious all day, every day. How the hell am I supposed to do a workout? And I can understand, I can relate, because a few years ago when I was really in the midst of anxiety, my heart rate was literally at 120 beats per minute all day long. All day, my heart was doof, 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 all day. Sometimes for days on end. It would just never stop. And I knew that exercise was good for anxiety, but I was well, if my heart rate's 120, I'm scared to work out. I don't want it to go up to 200 or more than 200 beats a minute. That's going to freak me out even more. So that's when I started yoga, because yoga is it's a way to move. It's a moving form of meditation. So you're moving your body, you're gently getting your blood flowing depending on the flow you choose, but you're not doing anything too strenuous to really push that heart rate too high. So I started with a channel on YouTube called Yoga with Adriene, and I started with a program called 30 Days of Yoga. It's available for free, and the first 2 days were just mainly stretching. But even though it was stretching, I actually found myself getting really, really warm. I was getting really flushed. I could feel my blood was just flowing, but it felt comfortable. It didn't feel oh my God, I need to stop, I'm out of breath. It felt good. So even if you cannot do anything too strenuous right away, just start slow, just 15 minutes, or just start with yoga. Then you can maybe do something a bit longer, but just start somewhere, just anywhere. And then as the yoga or the stretching starts to help you and gets that heart rate down over time, then you can start doing the more strenuous things. I really enjoy strength training. To be honest, there's days that if I could just choose, I would stick to yoga all the time. But I do find that when I do incorporate some strength workouts, that it does really help me, especially when I've got a lot of excess adrenaline going on. So I'll try to aim for at least 3 to 4 times a week of 15 to 20 minutes of strength, and then I'll do my yoga in between, and I find that that's enough for me. In the summer, I really enjoy going for long walks. I'll go for an hour-long walk. I love doing that. But I know in this weather it's tricky. So when the weather is like this outside, I'll just try to spend more time on my yoga mat. And like I said, you can just start anywhere. Just start slowly. Anything is better than nothing, right? And then number 9, do at least 20 minutes of something creative. Okay, so we are all creative beings. Whether you think you're creative or not, that is our natural state. And a lot of people think that being creative is just drawing or painting or just something that falls into that kind of category. But being creative is anything where you just totally feeling free, where you're just being free. There's no like rules or limitations to what you're doing. So like for me, I love to sing and I love music. And when I'm singing or when I'm listening to music, I just feel like literally everything just melts away and I don't think or worry about anything. Like all I'm focused on is what I'm doing. And it can be different for you, obviously. It's different for everyone. Like anything. It can be cooking, gardening, even going for a walk. Like just doing anything that like feels free. Dancing, baking. I don't know if I said that. Like crafting, anything. Anything where you just really feel like you're in like your natural state of being, where you just allowing yourself to just be free. And you're not sitting in an office in a cubicle and all these rules apply to what you're doing. And it's when you're doing something that feels good, when you just feel free. So and this is something we neglect this. Like so many of us have things that we love to do, but we push them aside. And I did this for the longest time with my singing. Like I had excuses. I'm shy, or like I don't have time for it. I have other things to do. But then when you actually do it and it feels so good, you're like, why don't I do this more often? So doing just 20 minutes of something a day, and you can break these 20 minutes up. You can do 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. You can do 10 minutes, 10 minutes. You can break it up as you need to. But this is one thing that I would honestly not recommend that you skip, is to just do 20 minutes of something creative, or let's rephrase that, 20 minutes of something that you absolutely love every day, something that makes you happy. Like literally anything it can be smoking pot if you want, like anything that makes you relaxed and chilled and happy. Obviously nothing bad. I'm not like, you know what I mean, but just do something that makes you feel good, because you're worth it and you deserve it. And if we're going through this life, we deserve to feel joy. We deserve to be happy. So this is one thing, like I said in the beginning, as long as you can get maybe 3 things ticked off this list per day, that's great. But this is one that is extremely important. And then lastly, number 10 is, I wonder how long we've been chatting here for. We're at number 10. So number 10 is to not skip your nighttime ritual. So most of us will have a morning routine. And even if you don't, then I'm hoping that the little tips that I've given you here will kind of help you get into more of a routine. It's really important to have a routine to start your day, especially when you're stressed, especially when you're anxious, especially when you suffer from depression. So if you're going to have a morning routine, why shouldn't you have a little nighttime ritual too? So instead of just kind of ending your day and climbing into bed, like that's no good. You want to end your day in a calm and mindful manner, the same way that you start your day. So for me, I'm actually going to make a video about this, because I feel like I can make a video and show like the 10 million steps that I do. No, seriously, like 10 steps that I do before bed. There's probably at least 10. But again, I don't do every single thing every night, but I kind of got it down to three main things that I do every single night. So even if I'm not doing like diffusing my essential oils and meditating, like at least I'm doing these 3 things every single night. And the first one is I have a soothing drink about 30 minutes before bed. And when I say soothing drink, I do not mean coffee, I do not mean alcohol. I love a glass of wine, but at least 30 minutes before bed, it's really important to just drink something that's gonna help you to like relax and unwind and help you to drift off. So every single night, without fail, I'll have hot cocoa, but like I'll have it with just sweet warmed up unsweetened vanilla almond milk and some cocoa in there and a little bit of maple. It's really, really good to relax you. A turmeric latte is also a really good idea, and I'll share that recipe with you guys. It's actually on my Instagram. But again, you don't have to do the turmeric. I know some people really don't like turmeric. The turmeric is just turmeric actually is really good for insomnia, and it's really good for anxiety. So if you very, very stressed or you really struggle to sleep, it would be a good idea to add the turmeric in there. But otherwise, just the warm almond milk with the cocoa and the maple is a great drink before bed. And if you're not one for hot drinks before bed, or if it's hot where you are, you could also try a cherry smoothie. Cherries are they are a natural source of melatonin, which helps your brain to know that it's got to start to wind down and shut down for the night. So I also share a cherry smoothie recipe on my Instagram. In the summer, I sometimes like to do that before bed, but now in the chilly weather, I'm all about the lattes and the warm drinks. And then number 2 is to stop screen time 30 minutes before bed. This one is tricky. Do I do it always? No, but when I do it, I fall asleep much quicker. I feel a lot more relaxed. Just while you're having a drink, why not just put your phone down for the night? You can check it again in the morning. And then what I do is, I am a bookworm. Like, I love reading. I'm addicted to reading. I'm a geek. So I will read my book for 30 minutes with my drink. And usually, sometimes I'm like falling asleep over my book because I get so sleepy. But I really recommend just reading something. Even if you hate reading, read a magazine, or just read parts out of a magazine. Don't read anything that's too violent or stressful. But honestly, even if you don't like reading, I'm sure there's something that you can read that you'll enjoy. So just the reading, it's a really good way to just kind of distract our brains and calm down our minds and shut down all of our crazy thoughts that we may have going on. And then lastly is to take 400 milligrams of magnesium before bed, the magnesium glycinate. I was talking about that earlier. If you skip your drink, just make sure that you take your magnesium at least. I find that if I take the magnesium with my drink, I fall asleep within 2 seconds. The magnesium helps to relax your muscles. It helps to put you to bed. It helps to keep you asleep. It is just my favorite. If you really are struggling with insomnia, you could even take 600 milligrams. I've had nights when I just cannot sleep, where I'll take 3 200 milligrams. I'll take at least 600 milligrams before bed. It can make your tummy a bit funny the next day, I'll be honest, but it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just you're probably going to go to the toilet. But the 400 milligrams usually does it with my drink and my book. And that is just a super chill nighttime ritual that I do for at least 30 minutes before bed. So I hope you guys will do that too, especially if you're struggling to sleep, because I know that insomnia is not fun. I've been there, I've done that. If I don't take care of myself, that's one thing that will come up for me. And not being able to sleep is just one of my, it's one of the worst things. And so I totally get it. So that is it. That is literally it. If you're listening to this on YouTube, I will list all my tips down in the information bar. And if you're a member, then you have your little PDF to print out. And it's just a 5-day one from Monday to Friday. But make this a part of your daily ritual. This can be something that can become a part of your life forever. But I just wanted to give you 5 days to just kind of start and ease into it and see how you feel doing it. If you can just do 2 or 3 things of this list, don't forget to do something creative every day. I feel like that's one of the most important ones. And just take care of yourself and be gentle. And if you have a day where you get one thing ticked off, don't be hard on yourself. Don't do that. We all do that. I do that, and it's not helpful at all. It really isn't. It doesn't do anything. So if you say by the end of Monday you've done one thing, then just tell yourself, you know what, at least I did one thing, and tomorrow's a new day and I'll try again tomorrow. Okay? Don't ever forget that there's always tomorrow. We all have days where we don't get anything done, but that's okay. We're human, So that's everything that I have for you guys. I hope that this helps you out. These are the 10 things that I genuinely try to do every single day, except I will be honest, a few minutes of fresh air is tricky for me this time of year. I'm going to try and go get a few lungfuls of fresh air in me right now, even though it is dark outside. I would love to hear back from you guys and see what you think and see how you go with this. If you guys have any other little tips and things that you do in your own daily rituals, I'd love to hear them too. Just as I try to teach you guys things I've learned, I'm always learning from you guys too. So I love to hear the things that you guys have to share as well. I think that's everything for today. Like I said, I'd love to get your feedback. I'd love to see you over on my Instagram if anxiety is a daily struggle for you, because I share things on there to help you manage it, or just things that have helped me. Like, I'm sharing things that took me years to figure out. So I hope to see you on there. And yeah, I also have if you want to be part of this community, I have a link in my bio in my Instagram. You can just click on HHA community. You can find it on my website at honestlyholistic.com. And yeah, I'm always excited when we grow and when we add new members. So if you want to be part of it, check that out, and maybe we'll see you next time. But otherwise, take care of yourself. Have a great weekend, and I will chat to you guys again soon. Bye.